Hello and welcome to the Gorilla Hotline podcast.
Welcome to episode 1. It was episode 0. Now we're on 1, and the next one will be 2. What do we do here?
We help people.
Okay.
Our purpose in this podcast is to solve your problems. What's the email we set up?
That's a good question. So the email that we set up,
because it changed like 3 times yesterday, and I forgot. I didn't even bother memorizing it, to be honest. After I saw that it kept changing every half hour.
All right. So the email. You ready for this? You ready? Notepads and pens ready? It's hello@gorillahotline.com. Okay, so that's spelled GURRILLAHOTLINE.com.
I mean, look, you'll probably find it in like, I don't know, the podcast description or something.
Yeah.
I honestly protested to spelling it out for you, but you know, whatever gets the word out.
Yeah. I mean, just that part, the gorilla part. The gorilla part is what throws people off. Because they're thinking animal gorilla.
No. It's a play on words.
It's really smart. It's
not.
Yes.
We're going to be supplementing our content with Reddit posts so that we don't just sit here contemplating why we decided to do this.
So should we start with an arsehole one and we just to get
why not? I'm good.
Going.
Let's get going.
Alright, cool. And again, check the description of the podcast if you want to email in with a problem or a weird story, whatever. We're very keen. We're very interested to know what's going on in your life.
Point is right to us, please.
Yeah, please.
We don't want to read Reddit's problems for much longer.
Yeah, please, God, no. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that the first person that writes to us will get a what can we send them?
A personalized picture, because we can do that over the internet. We'll send you the first, unless you know us. If you know us, you're not getting one, because that's not fair.
You can't be our friend. You can't be our family.
Yeah.
You got to be like someone who stumbled across this podcast and genuinely wants our advice. We will send you. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but we'll make it. We'll make it special.
Honestly, there are so many factors. Because if this person lives in the middle of nowhere, you're not getting. I'm gonna say this right now. You're not getting anything physical. You're probably gonna end up with a WeTransfer link of a picture.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's probably just going to be like a poorly drawn paint picture of us with thumbs up and your name.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah,
or if you want, you send us a picture of yourself, just yourself, your face, something normal, right?
We don't want to see your cock.
Please.
If you send us your cock...
Oh, we're fucking ourselves over so bad. I'm talking about this, dude.
How many dick pics are we going to get?
With fucked names.
Oh, no.
Okay, no. I don't even know if I should.
We're instigating shit. Don't send us any boobies. We do not want to see your boobies.
I mean, yeah. No,
hey, no boobies.
I don't want to, please.
Absolutely no boobies.
Can we, I know this is good. See, now the tone of this whole PSA has completely been skewed. I genuinely, I don't want anything but problems. Please, just send us problems. Thank you.
Okay.
The email address is hello@gorillahotline.com. If you don't know how to spell that, check the description, right?
I'm Dani and this is Ghaly.
Honestly, I've spelled out enough at this point. Sorry, continue. Go on.
No, nothing. I was trying to chime in.
Yeah, go on. You can chime in.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go on.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, of course you can.
Wow. So send us your problems at that email, and we will probably not take them as seriously as you think we will, but we will try our best to give you some almost genuine advice.
Yeah. We'll probably rip on you a little bit, but
we will 100%.
It's for the best. It's for the best.
You need to get stronger.
Yeah, and we'll help you do that. Mentally, not physically.
Physically,
that's your own problem.
Do 5 push-ups. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I feel like we're ready for the first post. Am I the arsehole for not wanting to reimburse medical bills for a kid who jumped into the dryer while my clothes were drying? Let me read that again. Ooh.
No, hang on. I need to process that one. Hang on.
One more time. I'm trying not to. That is intense.
How do you...
Okay.
How does that situation come about?
So, just one more time for clarity. That's nuts. Am I the arsehole for not wanting to reimburse medical bills for a kid who jumped into the dryer while my clothes were drying. So I'm living in a basement suite that has a laundry room next to it. The room is shared by myself and the family I am renting from as part of the rental agreement. One day a week, the family will unlock the door in the laundry room that leads to my suite, and thus I have access to the room for a day. I put my clothes in the machine and shut the door to the suite so that I don't hear all the ruckus. There are stairs in the laundry room that lead up to the rest of the house, so I assume that this is how they access the laundry room. I had my clothes drying in the laundry room. All of a sudden, I hear yelling from the wife, and the next thing I know, an ambulance has arrived. I soon learned that, 1, apparently their 4-year-old opened up the dryer and climbed in. 2, their dryer was faulty. It doesn't shut off when you open the door. So the kid was tumbling in there while the door was open, and all because the machine didn't shut itself off when the door was opened. This was last week, and the kid turned out to be relatively fine. But now the landlord and landlady want me to reimburse their son's ambulance bill and medical bill, brackets, they have no insurance, in brackets, he didn't write it for parentheses, I just wanted to, totaling $8,477.34.
Excuse me?
Cents. Because it was my laundry that the kid climbed into.
Wow.
I didn't think I was responsible because, 1, I'm not in charge of watching their kid. I am paying an insane amount of rent to begin with. I didn't agree to babysit anyone in addition. 2, it is their laundry machine that is apparently faulty. Thoughts so far? Why didn't they just call a taxi?
I cannot wrap my head around that, man.
That's nuts.
That is crippling. That sum of money will cripple you financially. There and then, immediately.
$8,000, dude. Who just has 8? Like, I don't know a lot of people that have $8,000
just like that,
just sitting around. Yeah, you're done.
Okay. Thoughts so far? Wait, how long have you got left in the post?
There's a big edit.
Okay, well,
I think he answers a lot of questions.
Okay, well, let's not, because part of the charm I think is the ignorance we're going in this with.
True.
I'm just astounded as to how that set of events can occur in that way. I mean, who could see that shit coming?
Leave your 4-year-old unsupervised. 4's a weird age though, because they're not. Are they? 4 isn't really. This seems so stupid. 4 isn't a toddler, is it? You're kind of like at that point. You're just like a child, you know.
Yeah. I feel like
you're just like dumb, really dumb child. You're like first day child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like at 4 years old, barely a toddler. If we want to really reach for the definition.
I'll read the ending to this bit, first part. But they insist, and I'm not sure. I went to a forum that was orientated towards landlords to see if I was really responsible. My guy went to a forum what a legend. They're like, pay $1,000. He's like,
we'll see what the council has to say about that.
I was asked if the family ever raised rent. I have been living there for 1 year and 4 months. So no, I admitted. They did not raise rent when the lease was renewed after the first year. But still, they didn't do it for charity. I pay my rent on time, every time, and don't cause a problem. I assume them not collecting a little extra is still better than the risk of trying to find a tenant that isn't trouble. That was their thinking. I'm not planning to stay after the lease ends. I was told then by the landlords that I should be grateful that they did not raise rent and should pay up to be morally fair.
Morally fair?
Am I the arsehole?
What is the point of this subreddit? I mean it. Like, these people... okay, first of all, why does everything have to be a moral dilemma? Just don't pay them. Look, you already know it wasn't... you said so yourself. Didn't sign up to babysit their kid. Their dryer was fucked.
Can I just say as well, you mentioned that you went to where was it? A forum or something, right? Am I losing my mind?
No, he did, yeah. A forum for landlords or whatever.
Yeah, you went, even though you're not a landlord, so...
I mean, you should be thankful they let you in. With your petty tenant status. I mean, you should be...
Landlord or peasant?
Peasant. The council begrudgingly lets you in.
Why are you here then? Why are you here then? I threw my landlord's 4-year-old into the dryer.
We're acting like this is some secret society. There's like a fire in the middle of their big round table, and okay,
You've
well,
come to the right place, my son.
take a seat. Well, not on our table though. On that table over there, where the kids sit.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. The reason I'm bringing this back up, regurgitating this part, you said you went to this council. You didn't say. You didn't.
It's not a
tell
council. It's a forum. You've probably gone online, dude. We're just projecting.
You just went to. I was thinking like. You find the mangled child in the tumbler. You with the mum fishing him out, and you went. Better get my boots on and go to the landlord forum happening this Sunday. I was like really thinking.
Oh, we probably went online.
Yeah, it was just online. My question is, why did you mention that, but you didn't mention the results reaped from going on there? You just said that you went on the board. So I take it that you went on the board and you found exactly what you were looking for, which was you don't have to pay them. Dude, I'm not even a man of. I mean, I'm not a man of the law, but I keep within the law, right?
In the eyes of the law.
And we're in different countries. Hey, I'll tell you this for free. In my country, if a kid gets stuck in a washing machine, I call up NHS. They come, they fish him out for free, my friend.
It's astounding that they work for free, by the way. I mean, how do
Just the kindness of their heart.
I mean, what legends? I think that the parents are trying to scam you, man. Who said they didn't put the kid in there themselves?
That is a fantastic point. That is actually No, but then what? So then the ambulance is also in. Did they show him the bill? That's my question.
They're all in cahoots.
Did they show him the fucking bill? $8,000, dude. $8,000.
No. If you've not got insurance, it's that bad. It is that bad.
So in the US, you like need insurance then.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
otherwise you're fucked.
You're fucked.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. Think of all the undiagnosed and like unseen bad shit happening to people.
Yeah, man.
Because they're just shook of that $8,000 ambulance.
Yeah.
Turning up at their door.
Yeah, I mean, I was told that in the 90s, having a kid would set you back about 15 grand.
Yeah, I think I heard something similar.
Yeah.
It's like in the 10 to 20 G's.
Yep.
It's nuts. Yeah. It's nuts.
I mean, I don't know what, I mean, if you have insurance, it might be $3,000 because, you're spending nights in there. It's like a bloody hotel.
Yeah, and then they charge you.
They charge you, if you stay overnight. Jesus. That's why you got mothers like, when my kid, okay, pack your shit, like they got the bloody placenta still dangling and they're trying to get out. Yeah, Jesus. Because overnight stay. I love how we're dissecting the medical system.
We're just more fascinated because look again. I'm not trying to flex here. It's just a matter of fact that problem physically can't happen in this country. They're the assholes for not having insurance. They're homeowners, so they're obviously richer than you.
I mean, not richer, but I mean, we're really going deep into the what ifs here.
I'll stand my ground right now. You're fine. I do think it would be interesting if this was some sort of ploy by your landlord.
We can't exclude that possibility. I mean, who's to say the kid is even their son?
Wow.
Who's to say how deep this goes?
Wow. I feel like we fucking talked more about the fixation on how much it costs.
No, well, we've not gotten into the problem at all.
Yeah, I'm just so amazed at this problem occurring at all, to be quite honest.
Yeah, because it is very situational.
It's awful. You know what you should do? You should move to another country with healthcare. Canada's like just up the road. I don't know whereabouts in the US you live, but Canada's like right next door.
Just drive.
Honestly.
Just drive.
It's just that, yeah. It's that simple.
But
never have to face this problem again.
So,
and if you did, landlord comes knocking, but Canadian landlord this time.
Much friendlier.
I'm sorry, this is such an absurdly strange situation, but
I think my kid is stuck in your laundry, so would it be okay if I got him back before he suffocates in there?
Yeah.
I mean,
ambulance is already on the way. Don't worry, it's free. It's free. Ambulance is free here.
I'm really sorry to bother you whilst you're doing whatever it is you're doing, but my kid is dying, and I mean, if it's not a problem for you, could I just fish him out real quick?
What cycle is the washing machine on now?
It says it's ringing. Look, if it's ringing, your child is gone, I'm afraid. So you may as well let me have. I gotta go work in the morning, and you may as well let me dry my clothes.
True. Don't end my cycle.
Okay, I understand. I guess I'll tell that ambulance to hold off and arrange for a very small purse.
Oh my god. My
How
friend,
is it that we've done 2 episodes, right? And in both episodes, children end up dying in one way or another in our line of reasoning.
survival of the fittest, isn't it?
And I suppose if you're small, you're fucked.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, your muscles aren't developed.
Can't really fend for yourself.
Look, you don't have a chance against centrifugal force if you're a baby.
Yeah, you are done.
Like, I mean, like, as soon as that thing starts spinning,
Dude, there's gonna be a baby on a long flight with headphones in listening to this. That point is gonna absolutely crush him.
he's gonna be like, I need to become strong because if I get stuck in a washing machine, I'm gonna punch my way out.
Fuck, dude, I better grow up.
Like, you're gonna have like a kid. He's gonna get up from his seat in the airplane. He's gonna start doing push-ups in the aisle, and you got, the air hostess is gonna be like, look, I need to get this trolley on. You don't understand. My life is in danger.
I wish he gave us more of like a time frame of like the ambulance turned up after this long.
Can you imagine how awkward it was in the house for a while?
Imagine seeing the kid after the fact. Your clothes smell like him now.
Yeah, you discolored him a little bit. He was blonde. Now his hair's just white. Now your clothes have got a bit of a golden tinge.
Okay, we're ripping on seemingly thin air because you know you're not an asshole. You know that you're fine. You just wanted to tell everyone the funny story of how the 4-year-old got stuck in the washing machine with your clothes.
In fact, I resent you for making us grasp at straws for this. It is plain to see you are being extorted here through very, very shaky pretenses. They're very shaky pretenses, is what I'm trying to say. And they're trying to extort you for it.
You've solved your own You've solved your own problem. Okay, you're not gonna stay anyway after the lease is up.
Let's do a mental exercise. Are you $8,000 short, or rather, are you $8,000 poorer? No. If the answer is no, then you've come out on top. But if you paid, you would have been an asshole. I'm sorry, but I couldn't respect a person who would just get extorted like that through such, like, it's not like they're holding a gun and it can happen over there. True. It's not like they're holding a gun to you and saying, pay us, or you're gonna get.
Honestly, I'm convinced that this guy he made the post for the banner. He knows that he's fine.
Maybe none of this happened.
It could be complete bullshit. Wait, let's read the edit.
Oh shit, there's more.
There's an edit.
Wow.
Thanks for all the advice. We'll discuss with a lawyer, but don't think they will pursue this outside of guilt tripping me, as I think they know they don't really have a case.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Of course they're not gonna fucking pursue it. They can't afford it. They got a fucking ambulance bill to pay. How are they gonna fucking afford legal help?
True.
Like he won by not paying. The problem solved itself, dude.
Let's dig this hole even deeper.
You should sue them. You should sue them for
defamation.
No, yeah, he should sue them for like moral distress or whatever. I thought I was being extorted. Now I'm gonna legally extort them.
Okay, so there's a total of 5 points. So to clear up a few things. Number 1, yes, I do laundry once a week. I am a single person, and a few loads for one day of the week is enough for me. To be fair to the land people, they have expressed letting them know if I need an extra day or whatever to do laundry. They seem chill about that part. What a redundant fucking.
Who cares how many fucking times he washes his clothes?
I quite don't give a fuck.
Alright, move on to the next point.
Number 2, I don't know how the kid got in. He's not that tiny like a newborn.
He's our unit.
And the door doesn't take much effort to open. I don't know, nor is it my responsibility to know.
Well, there's your answer.
It's not your responsibility, but it kind of is in your best interest to somehow, your first lease was a year, so perhaps from now on it's just auto-renewing, but it's probably another year or so, I'd take.
But he's not staying.
He's not staying.
No.
He's just leaving now.
He did say he wasn't going to stay.
So why does this story even exist at all? Number 3, yes, that really was the majority of the response on the landlord forum. I didn't go in details because I didn't need to.
Wait, I'm confused. Did I miss something? What did they say? Did they just ask if they would raise rent? Or did I miss something here?
I'm telling you, this is written so poorly. Yeah, this is why you're living in a basement sharing laundry.
He's never going to make it. He's not with writing skills like that. Okay, go on. What did they say? Recap.
So basically, turns out that there was like an aside that he mentioned before about the landlord forums, and the landlord said, have they subtly raised rent to pay for the child in the not dishwasher. Fucking the child in the
Dryer, in the dryer.
In the dryer. Was it dryer?
It's a dryer. It wasn't a washing machine.
So the dryers spin?
No idea. I've never owned a dryer. I've never seen one operate. I don't know how they work.
I've got one. I've just never used it. So just to clarify, the person was asked if they raised rent at all. The landlords. He said no.
And that's all the advice.
And that was more or less it. That was more or less all he went on the form.
Okay, cool. Well,
so I didn't go into details because I didn't need to. I only stated what the verdict came out to be. That I should pony up to be fair. Yes, there were comments / discussions on the stupidity of the situation. There was some sympathy towards me. But the majority verdict in the echo chamber was be grateful they didn't raise rent and pay up or risk being a leech / or to just be nice because dealing with tenants isn't easy. Mind you, I've never caused trouble for them to begin with. Aside from having the audacity of drying my clothes in the 21st century in a machine where their kid can climb into, I guess.
Is that the end of it?
That's the point number 3. There's 2 more points. These ones quite short though. Number 4, and no, I didn't close the dryer on... And no, I didn't close the dryer on the kid. What the hell? I'm assuming he tumbled / went in as it was still running and he opened the door and he had trouble leaving the machine as it was literally rolling him around inside. Some people actually questioned whether or not he closed the door behind the kid.
Hey, are you by any chance one of those sociopaths going around?
Psychopath. Number 5, I didn't question the medical bill as I am a graduate student on a long-term exchange program from Canada.
You should have stayed where you were, brother.
I've never paid a medical bill in my life and just accepted the fact that it would be expensive.
Just run back to Canada. We've made this argument before. They can't catch you if it's too cold.
That's insane. This whole situation.
I've got something to say on regarding the matter of being fair. The parents were trying to.
It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
Without question.
Yeah.
Like being fair. You know, it doesn't because fairness doesn't mean shit because it becomes a matter of survival at that point. Right. Let's say let's say he was in a position where he had like a very big, not very big, but let's say he had like 20 grand saved up.
Okay.
Right? That's nearly half his savings gone over something that wasn't even his fault. Let's say he had 10 grand put away. That is basically 80% of his savings gone, right? And if he would have had that money like maybe to buy his own house, God knows a dryer. But again, like over something that wasn't his fault, that would have been all his hard work gone just like that over nothing, to be fair. For the sake of being fair to them. And let's assume the third scenario that if he agreed to pay and didn't have any money or less than what they asked for in savings, how were they going to cope as a student?
True.
How would they cope?
True.
And that's why I mean it's a matter of survival, because being indebted to that amount of money so suddenly, so unexpectedly, it will cripple you. There's no 2 ways about it. If you can't afford it, or if you've got no means to pay it, it will cripple you and it will fuck up your life for at least maybe 2 or 3 years if I'm being generous. And if you're lucky, like if you're lucky and you get a good job and you can pay it off. But if you don't, that's a decade potentially.
I have 2 thoughts actually. Now that I've really thought about this situation, I've got 2 thoughts that stick out like a sore thumb. Firstly, they said that their kid was fine, so fuck it. Like it's fine then. I don't think I would consider paying it off at all ever. I could kind of see why a weaker man would consider it if the kid was like damaged.
I don't want to get too dark, but if a kid died, right? Yeah. The police would have been involved, and the police would have probably said,
well, it would have ruled him out.
It would have ruled him out because it said, you're to the parents, your negligence caused this, not him.
So what, you reckon the parents would have gone to prison?
Potentially, actually.
I reckon.
Well, no, because it could have been.
Or it's just an accident.
Arguably, yeah, arguably. I mean, depending on how the circumstances were, because if a kid like had a history of doing this kind of shenanigan, then maybe. It's pretty cut and dry though. Just don't fucking pay him.
Oh, sorry. And my second point was, from now on, just find a space in your tiny basement apartment to hang your clothes up.
Hang on a minute. Don't most American houses have I mean, this is obviously speculation because I don't know what kind of home
he lives in like a basement flat.
So it must have like a garden or something.
A basement flat. He's underground.
Yeah, but I'm saying
like
the property, He's subhuman. The property, the property must have like like a front lawn or a garden, something like that. No,
maybe.
Why didn't you just get a washing line?
Maybe he's scared of his clothes being stolen potentially.
Well, his money was about to be stolen. He should be scared of that.
I'm annoyed that you even submitted this post. To be honest, you've solved the problem, and it's like there's not even that many people involved apart from some fucking kid, and he's fine.
Shall we see what the comments have to say about this?
Shit.
Let's see if they just kind of like summarize everything we just said, or
in a nice little neat package.
In a nice little neat package, doing all the work for us, making us redundant, really.
Not the arsehole.
Duh.
You need legal advice now because you aren't responsible, but they are trying to fleece you, and they should contact their homeowner's insurance. It can cover this shit sometimes. Or
they'll just call them. But I mean, they don't have fucking health
Nice.
insurance. Imagine having homeowner insurance.
Quick aside, it's easier than contacting a lawyer. Just doing nothing at all because they don't have a case.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck?
They were basically trying to like tell you, come on, man, you gotta be fair about this. Look, they can't do anything, dude. They gotta pay that fucking bill. How are they gonna get a lawyer?
It's the 18th of August, 2022. A child steps into a washing machine.
Dryer.
Oh, I keep thinking.
It really doesn't matter.
No, I mean, it does, because if it was a washing machine,
he'd be dead.
Also, there would have been like a small tsunami in the basement, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
I'll look at like one more comment. This is not an Am I the Arsehole topic. As soon as they demanded 4-figure damages, this crossed into legal territory. Dude, again, every time. 2 steps. Go get a lawyer, countersue if you have to. After all, your living conditions are now proven unsafe with your faulty appliances. A kid almost died because of my landlord's neglect, Your Honour. Yeah, but they've also... Okay, number 2, go find a new place to live. Your lease is up in 8 months, but it won't be renewed. It doesn't seem as though the landlords, like, very, well off, considering they're struggling with this bill.
I mean, they don't have fucking health insurance.
They don't have health insurance. They're already kind of 1 foot in the grave. And now you got these fucking Redditors who are like, sue them for everything, take them for everything they have.
Take the child.
Yeah, basically. Okay, in my opinion, I think that's a bit far. Suing them back in this whole situation, I personally think that this situation can be left. Just move out, move on with your life. You could be a cunt and just try and sue the absolute fuck out of these poor people who already struggling with their $8,000. I mean, let's be honest. Metaphorically, they don't have a sword or a shield right now. You could bring the heat.
You could
you could crush them.
You've got a hammer.
Yeah.
They're defenseless.
I love this. I love how people are like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Sue them. It's like they're not pushing for legal action, dude. They've got a son. Jesus Christ, you animals. Think about it.
It would be if this post title was "Am I the arsehole for suing them because of what happened?" Then yeah, you'd kind of be the arsehole, but
yeah. I'd take them for every penny they have.
Oh man, the thing is that
sign the house over to me
and
the boy.
The boy has to stay. I want to see how crispy I can get him. Okay, I just can't. The thing is if I was in his position, I wouldn't even feel morally obligated to pay. Does that make me a bad person? I don't think so. Because first of all, it's not my responsibility to look after your kid. This is an occurrence that honestly no one could see coming. No one. It's unfortunate that they don't have health insurance, but that doesn't mean I should pay it.
Oh, it's definitely okay.
And again, obviously, yeah, fine. Whether I should pay it or not is not in question here. The thing I can't wrap my head around is why does this dude need any more moral gratification?
Don't be a dickhead and sue this poor fucking family. That would be horrible.
And you gotta live with them whilst you're doing it.
That would be horrible, dude.
Like, are you gonna serve them the papers yourself? He's gonna come up the stairway where the dryer's there, and he's gonna be like, knock knock. The kid's gonna open the door, and you're gonna be like, here.
Dad's on the sofa. He's like taking a deep breath in. He's like, at least my kid isn't. I'm so glad my son isn't hurt. Like, I'm so glad that there's nothing further from this situation. You've been served.
Yeah, literally.
My God.
Oh God.
And then it's gonna what? And then what? And then the dad's gonna turn to like alcoholism.
It's gonna.
I never wanted a son.
Okay, this is gonna get really dark really quick. Do you want to just move on?
One sentence thoughts. You know you're not an arsehole and you did this for the clout. I don't like you. I don't know. You come across as a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
But good luck with everything. I hope you find a nice place to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope there's no dickhead children ruining your funk.
Fingers crossed you don't have to like share a dryer or anything.
Yeah,
no, in your luck.
Okay.
I found one with even more upvotes.
Crikey, mate.
I have this ability to just not read words in front of me. Go on. I swear I haven't read it. Okay, next post. So I haven't read this. I saw it had a lot of upvotes. I handed the laptop to them.
Am I the arsehole for asking my husband to stay with his family while he's unemployed?
Pass. Peak.
Wow.
That is peak.
Title alone.
Peak.
Often it's enough to warrant a reaction. The title alone. I could speak about the title alone. I don't need the backstory.
Of course you can't do that.
Roll credits. Okay.
You're down on your luck. You're like, at least I can talk to my partner about this.
Ooh, okay. Let's go in. My husband, 32, and I, 30 years old, have been married for just over a year now, and things couldn't be rockier. I have a good job and make a decent amount of money, whereas my husband made not as much as me.
This whole post is so good. Okay, I'll stop. Go ahead.
Due to this, and the fact he was still living with his parents when we got married, we decided he would move in with me and I would continue to pay the rent and bills as long as he put money toward other things we may need as a couple.
They didn't even live together before marriage. That is I feel like that's a rare thing in the 21st century.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a test drive. See if you actually like the vibe of living with this person that you're cuffing.
I mean, typically people, not to dig too deep into it before we lose track of what we are, but typically people, through one way, when you get together with someone, typically the next step in a serious relationship is to move in together.
Yeah, you go on, I feel like you go on long holidays to begin with.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're like, that was pretty sick. Like, let's do that, but like all the time.
Is that your interpretation of
Yeah,
it?
kinda.
Let's crack. Yeah, it is weird. I agree with you. It is well, not weird, but unusual.
Okay.
But let's crack on. So, other things we may need as a couple. My name is the only one on the lease. However, once we got married, he started to cut down on his work hours without saying anything first. He gave the explanation that I made plenty of money for both of us, so he could just work part-time and do the work around the house while I was the main breadwinner. I was fine with this, a little upset that he had just assumed this would be okay, but I didn't say anything as this felt fair. He did do some work around the house initially, but spent the majority of his time going out to the bar, playing video games to the point where I was the one both working and doing the cooking, cleaning and other household cleaning and other household chores.
Married a man-child.
Indeed. My husband told me he was laid off 2 months ago for reasons out of his control. I assumed in this time that he would begin job hunting, and I began to pay for everything. While I do earn a decent amount of money, it's not to the point where I can pay for rent, bills, groceries, insurance, contribute to emergency savings, and finance for lifestyle my husband had started indulging in. I began paying for his nights out, subbing him money for trips to look for work, etc. All while I was under the assumption that he would be searching for a new job, at least to finance his hobbies. About a week ago, I asked him how the job hunt was going, and he told me that he didn't feel like it was worth it. He said to me that he was comfortable with what we had now, and I wasn't happy, to say the least. I confronted him about how I was doing everything to finance and take care of our household while he sat around and played video games. I was being an arse here, I'll admit. Why?
Wait, I didn't even detect her being an arsehole there.
I feel like you're being too lenient with your man child.
You're fine so far.
And during this argument, he let slip that he actually quit and never looked for another job.
Oh, that's grounds for divorce. That's a big. I'm saying this right now. That's a big ick.
Yeah,
that's a big ick.
To the audience at home, you can't see this, but I am nodding in agreement.
Disdain. We're both looking at each other with deep disdain right now.
I was furious that he had lied to me and told him I didn't want him in my home right now. Fast forward to now, my in-laws are understanding to an extent, but are calling me an arsehole for not wanting him to come back home until he gets a job. I have seen my husband in this time, but never in our home. Always out somewhere. I no longer pay for everything, and his attitude toward me is making me question our entire relationship.
No shit.
He's calling me an asshole for doing this to him, and I'm beginning to think he's right. Am I an asshole? Good Lord.
You're not an arsehole. I'm sorry for jumping. You did I don't know if you work in like journalism. That was a fantastic intro. You had me case closed. You had me case closed.
I was gripped. Do you know what? I went in there with prejudice, thinking you were a cunt.
Quick aside as well. She said she makes a lot of money. How was that written? Did you have to like mentally edit anything at all, or did you just read it verbatim?
Are you about to shit on the other guy for writing like shit?
No, I might be alluding to another person we've discussed.
I mean, beyond.
She seems to earn a lot of money though. It sounds like if a kid got stuck in a dryer in her world,
it would be no problem.
Did she fucking chuck the kid back in, knowing that she could pay for it twice?
Just watching him spin.
Watching him. Barry's like, going for him. She's
no.
Wait.
He'll figure it out.
He needs to learn.
Wow, Mo. Do you have anything you want to start with?
Divorce him. Your life sounded sick before. You were covering rent comfortably alone. Frankly, he's a bum. I don't know why you're still with him.
It's upsetting because there was a gradual devolution to this man. He went part-time without consulting her. That was the first thing he did. And she said, you know what? It's still a bit of a give and take because at least someone's going to be home to look after the house and cook dinner.
That is the thinnest fucking silver lining I've ever heard in my life. Dude.
No, but I've been in that position before where I had to go part-time.
There was a reason.
Because I was looking for something else.
Yeah, it's not like it's you. But you were actually looking for
something else.
100%. Don't you dare.
No.
Compare yourself to this fucking guy.
You're better than that.
You are actually. I don't know many people who are in that same point. I don't know how many people are as worse as this fucking guy.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Awful.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here because there's a clear devolution here because circumstantially, if you say to your partner, hey, look, I don't want to work full time anymore. I want to look for another job, but I can't quit because finance. So he went from full time to part time with the pretense of saying, "Hey, look, I'll look after the house. Don't worry about it." Wink, wink.
Fucking
microwave meals and
video games.
So and then she was kind of like, I mean, for one, it was. I would imagine it would have been hard for her to say, "No, fuck you, you're not doing this." It was still within a reasonable kind of agreement.
Yeah,
because there was a degree of give and take established. The problem is that this was disguised as her giving him an inch while he was secretly creeping to the mile.
He took the piss.
And exactly, and then he saw, okay, we got away with it. Nice. Let's see, what's the next step? Quitting. It's not as though he kept up his end of the bargain and looked after the house. He did initially, but then he stopped and he got a taste for the good life, working less, playing video games, going out with his friends on a regular, neglecting the house.
Dude, that sounds so unrewarding though. As like when we were like 14, 15, chilling, right? Every Saturday, going around to friends' houses, playing games. That shit was sick. I loved it, right?
Because it was age appropriate.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making here, dude. Because we were children. That's the reason why it was cool. If we religiously, neither of us had goals or like we were like still living out every Saturday, we were still going to friends' houses, nothing was going on.
We'd be bummed.
We didn't have any incomes, like nothing was happening.
We'd be
and just to emphasize here, like we had ample opportunity to go and do the thing, like go get jobs and stuff, right? Dude, that would actually be a living hell.
Yeah.
That would be a nightmare to me. That would actually be a nightmare.
I mean, exactly what I'm saying because here's the thing, right? I'm more or less in this dude's exact same position because I started off like that. I started off part time, then I went in full time to a job I hated and I could not hack it. To the point where my partner said to me, "Fuck it off. It's making you miserable. I can't stand to see you like this."
Yeah.
And now I'm working towards obviously, I am working towards finding a proper career for myself.
And now you're here making a podcast.
And so here I am making a podcast. No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. This is why it irritates me so much. I cannot, I am religiously, every day, I get up, I'm going gym, I clean the house, I do my thing for job search, whatever, upskilling, learning the skills I need. It could be very easy for me to fall into this trap. The astounding thing to me is that he got her to believe she was in the wrong.
Oh, that's mental.
And then when she rightfully said, "Get the fuck out, you bum," and now she's getting slack from her in-laws because they don't want this piece of shit around either.
Her in-laws, his parents. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Do you know how many people are in like your situation, but like you wives with deadbeat husbands and husbands with deadbeat wives, trim the fat, get a divorce.
Find each other.
Do you know how amazing your kids would be?
Never mind all the emotional bullshit that's going down here. If he went from part-time to unemployed, and she talked about like contributing to making, a little pile of savings through their income. Let's look at it this way, okay? Let's say, for example, you got two incomes in the house. One income is handling 80% of the monthly expenses, rent, bills, and insurances, like she said.
Yeah.
The other income should cover the other 20% that the first income can't cover. The 80% of the other income should be left on...
I'll be honest, you lost me.
There's two incomes, right?
I zoned out for like a good second.
Okay. One income should cover most of the...
I feel really stupid, I'm sorry.
No.
You seem really passionate about it.
No.
Go on. I'm sorry. All I kept thinking was like, how is she actually putting up with all of this? But yeah, go on.
Yeah, all I'm saying is the rest of that spare income should be used for two things, in my opinion. One, savings, and two, leisure, because you gotta live. She wanted to put money away for a purpose.
Yeah.
That purpose because they're renting, so they want to. Surely they'd want to buy a house.
This guy's priorities are in the bin. He's not thinking about buying property.
Exactly. I don't know if this kind of behaviour displayed itself. As far as she's concerned, while they were in the relationship, they were both hard working.
Yeah.
They were both doing their thing. She said they weren't living together before. So he probably wasn't paying rent or nothing at his parents' house. Actually, I just had a bit of a light bulb. That could be the reason. He's not used to contributing.
Yeah, I blame the parents.
Where were the parents?
Always.
The point is that this is, unlike the previous post, this is different because the dude had a clear cut, because the dude was going to get scammed out of life.
This is not your everyday child in a dryer situation.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there. Child, you're just living in a basement like a fucking mushroom, and
all of a sudden your clothes are drying a little bit too hard. You know.
What makes me laugh is that, oh man, okay, let's not. Okay, the problem we had with the previous poster was that it was a no-brainer. $8,000 is an absurd amount to pay for something that wasn't your fault.
You're a student, kids are dumb.
Let's not look into too much into the factors.
Let's not dig up our graves.
The problem here is that multiple people are berating her for trying to do the right thing, and that is really sad.
Yeah,
but
it's all one source though. It's all one bloodline giving you the problem. What about your parents? I don't know if they're. I don't know if they're still around.
Do you think this could be a my dad could beat up your dad situation?
Dude, get your dad involved. But then he might, again, I don't want to assume like her parents might not be around anymore. Ouija board. No.
Just haunt the shit out of us. Paranormal activity, their asses, dude.
Fine. You know what? I'll say this. Your case is valid, alright? Your whole post is incredibly valid. I'm sorry you're going through this. That actually sounds like it sucks. Dump him. Not dump him. Divorce him.
Yeah.
Divorce him. Get him out of your life. Bruv, bun his parents, because they sound like shit.
They don't want him in the house.
Yeah.
They're trying to fucking...
They don't want him back, dude.
They're trying to fucking, dump him on you again, dude. Bro. This whole thing was so gradual that she didn't even see it coming, that she was manipulating.
That really is it. Like, next thing you know, like heat changing mug, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like nothing, red.
Do you know when you read something so it just catches you, it just shakes you?
Is the word I'm looking for chastising?
Well, she's being chastised for doing the right thing because the right thing doesn't accommodate some bum ass man.
Yeah, I feel sorry for how chastised she's getting. She's I don't know. Wait, hold on, let me try that again. I feel sorry how chastised she is getting from everyone.
You mean how much?
How many chastises she's taking on?
1 chastise, 2 chastise,
And then
3 chastise.
I'm never gonna use new words again.
Where are we going? Where are we going with
I
this?
give up. The word chastise came in my head and I thought it was relevant.
Okay. Bottom line is, you are not accommodating a toxic person, and because this toxic person is legally bound to you, somehow it's now your problem. So I say to you, give him an ultimatum to either fix up or fuck off.
Yeah, 100%. You could do better. You could definitely be doing better.
If by some miracle
anyone is better than this fucking guy.
Get a cat. Just get a cat. At least a cat will do its fucking job. If you've got mice around, the cat will contribute, and all you got to do is feed it.
And at no point are you going to feel at liberty to make a Reddit post about how annoying your cat is.
I mean,
because some cats are really annoying, but like
most cats are chill.
Yeah, most are pretty chill. I honestly think it's not. You can't have a bad pet. It's a bad owner. And
true.
I reckon you'd be a banging owner.
Yeah, but just don't fall for the whole 40 cats meme.
Yeah,
then
you do want a man back in your life eventually.
I mean, or woman.
Or woman. Hey, or woman. Maybe it's time for a bigger change in your life.
Maybe you should try.
Yeah.
Maybe you should find yourself a nice career-driven woman.
Yeah.
And maybe
no more fucking men in your life.
Oh, disgusting.
It's gross.
Walking around with their penises.
Ugh, their unemployment. All of them. Exactly the same.
All of them. They're just like me. No, seriously though, ultimatum or death for this man, and not even divorce. Kill him. Kill him.
Don't actually kill him.
We do not endorse murder.
We don't want you to actually kill him. Just divorce him. It's the next best thing.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Well, death or solitude.
But you're not going to be.
I mean, look. It's not like you're kicking him out to the streets.
You're not going to be alone forever. You seem all right. And hey, I had a skim read of your post. The laptop wasn't in my lap when Danny was reading it, but I've had a skim through. Your grammar is fantastic.
Look,
with grammar like that, you can punch out a couple lines on Tinder.
Hell yeah, man!
If you can punch out this fantastic, frankly, a revered post on the internet.
That's it. Just post a picture with you with a fish. Say you're into fishing. Men are into that.
Fine.
Or women.
Chris, let's read the comments. You can read it. This is your story.
This is my story.
This is your
not the asshole. Good grief. The amount of marinara here is ridiculous. I don't understand what she's saying.
The amount of sauce.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? To audience at home, I'm sorry. You're probably brighter than me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make excuses for that.
No, I'm keeping that in.
Yeah.
So
I want you to.
So you remember.
I want you to. I want to. On my deathbed, remind me of this moment.
I will. I'll never let go.
Please don't. I need to grow from this.
You can change the word to sauce now if you want.
No. I learned my lesson.
What's the rest of the comment?
He cut down his hours without discussing it. He quit his job and lied about it. He spends his time partying with his buddies and having you foot the bill. He lied about job searching. He won't help keep up the household. Sounds like only seeing him in passing is best. Don't let him back in the house unless you just want to mooch. Lazy roommate that won't pay rent. Yeah, although we were a bit more affirmative with our advice. So
maybe change where you live as well. Like fresh start somewhere else.
Can you imagine the amount of grief this man would feel if he turned the key and the lock was changed?
You may actually be doing him a favour with the sudden echo of change in his life. He'll be like, "Raw, I am a fucking bomb."
No, but here's the thing.
I had a good woman in my life, and she wanted the best for me, and now I'm back to square one.
Yeah.
In my parents' house, no job, womanless.
Look, man.
Partnerless.
Look, man. I'm gonna break it down here.
Yeah.
Anyone who's self-aware to a capacity where they could reach the conclusion you just listed is not the kind of man that would willy-nilly cut down their hours because they can't be fucked to work. I'm sorry.
And then quit.
And then quit. Yeah. I mean, look.
Animal.
We're talking about a real grade A piece of shit.
Fucking animal.
Look, this guy.
Do I want to see any money going into my... I don't need to see any more money going into my account.
No. The advice might be said a lot, but it's not oversaid. By this time, shit is so bad that people are asking strangers on Reddit for relationship advice. It usually means no healthy communication is happening in the relationship. And the situation is so bad that they either don't feel like they can discuss it with friends and family. So internet strangers are the only people in their lives who want to hear about their shitty partner again when they refuse to just leave him. It might get said often, but the reality is that most posts seeking relationship advice on Reddit are horribly toxic relationships that both people would be better off without. Nobody who has a minor relationship issue or open communication with their partner is posting on Reddit for relationship advice. It's mostly just the situations where the OP should really just leave. We discredited this subreddit, but he's right, absolutely, because if a relationship is getting to that point, I find that you already know what you need to do. It's just such a harsh truth. You need to find some sort of affirmation somewhere.
What a mess. I genuinely, I feel it for you. Because it's Pete, because you were obviously roped in somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And now here you are.
The truth is really harsh. Yeah. But again, the dude said, as the dude said, this is probably a very toxic relationship and you know what you want to do. You just want to know if your opinion, drastic as it may be, is the acceptable one. Yeah. So the answer is yes. Yeah. Every day, get rid of him. Think about it. This is the first time we've not openly berated everyone involved.
Well, it's just a horrible situation. Like, it doesn't even sound real.
It happened.
It does.
Look at me.
Of course. Yeah, you are. Yeah,
a piece of
absolute scum. Fucking scum.
Audience at home, let the podcast be big so I don't have to work anymore. Please.
And then he can say that he's got a job.
Yeah.
Can I read the last comment and then?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Your husband is totally taking advantage of you. He didn't give you a choice in any of this. He just made decisions and forced you to go along with them. Divorce him. Really is case closed. It's done. Roll credits. I talk a lot of shit on here, but like, I really do hope you figure your way through that problem. That is awful. Before I get into the last one, you want to submit a problem? You want us to discuss something going on in your life? hello@gorillahotline.com. Email us. I know emails are so outdated. How the fuck else are we going to get in contact with you?
I'm not giving you my WhatsApp.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm not your fucking friend.
I mean, maybe in the future we'll have some sort of number to like maybe call or like WhatsApp us but for now just stick with emails. Don't be fucking weird about it. Everyone has an email. Right?
Just write the fucking email.
Yeah, write the email. If you're hesitant, go for it. Hit send. Odds are, if it's shit, we're not even going to read it anyway.
Look, our audience is minuscule. Get in now, and that's the minimum.
Ground level. Alright, last one of the evening.
Let's get it.
Am I the arsehole for refusing to punish my daughter for being rude to her grandmother and clapping back at my mother-in-law? No one in my family likes mother-in-law's husband for a couple of reasons. He works in an immoral industry and admits he will do anything for money. He is very pompous / competitive and likes to take digs about everyone's financial situations. He was a lazy parent to his own children and a cold and jealous stepfather to his stepchildren. Really, my mother-in-law is the only person who likes him. She gets an entirely different side of him, but at the same time, I feel like she can't ignore who he is. My 13-year-old daughter is very smart and intelligent and has decided to be no contact with him. We fully support her and she no longer attends family events. Recently, we went out in a group for someone's birthday, just the woman, so he was not there or she would have not gone. We saw the musical Hadestown. After the musical, we grabbed dinner and my daughter was talking about how the kids in her theatre group are obsessed with it and she feels they romanticize a toxic relationship in two of the main characters, Hades and Persephone.
Wait, what was the name of the play? What did you say?
Hadestown.
Okay. That is not what you said. You're going to splice it in, aren't you?
No, we leave. You're mistaken. I'll leave that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Right?
Yeah, it's Hades and Persephone. Carry on.
I'm stupid.
No, it's okay. Greek god names are a bit of a...
There's a cold open. It's all one word as well. Anyway, they romanticize a toxic relationship in two of the main characters, Hades and Persephone, and Hades should be viewed strictly as a villain. Mother-in-law said, "It's honestly the best feeling though when someone hates everyone but you. It's so cute." My daughter replied, "Well, that isn't surprising as we've all seen the arsehole you married."
Oh no!
Mother-in-law laughed and said, "If you were my kid, you'd be in so much trouble right now," and looked at me like she was expecting me to say something. I replied that I don't believe in punishing for every little thing, and my daughter was expressing her opinion. I said that mother-in-law said something which offended my daughter, so my daughter responded, and there would be no punishment. I also said that I try not to come from a place of authoritarian parenting. Mother-in-law said I clearly got whatever I wanted, and that is why my daughter is so annoying to be around. I replied that my mother-in-law was reactive and controlling of her own kids, and now they all hate her. Mother-in-law was furious, and now the family is divided. My husband is actually on his mum's side, which surprised me because he usually isn't. Well.
What have we got here then?
You clearly harbour some resentment towards your mother-in-law's partner, and you let that show heavily. You shouldn't really be allowing that your dislike of someone, your disdain of someone, to leak over to like your daughter's thoughts. Like, how old is your daughter?
13.
13, dude. 13. Why are you giving her these adult thoughts?
The daughter formed her own opinion of mother-in-law's partner.
Her daughter is very intelligent and.
Okay, let's stop.
You know, all mums say that about their kids.
Look,
even kids like licking windows or whatever.
No, dude, I saw that once. I actually
on the bus.
It was It was. I was taking Gabri home from a birthday party. Gabri's my little brother for the audience at home.
Mm-hmm.
I picked him up from a birthday party at a friend's house, and we were walking on the high street near where we live.
Yeah.
And she must have been this 6-year-old. Like, the mother was like talking on the phone, and this 6-year-old girl, like with her hands up in the bus stop. The glass, she licked the glass, the glass panel at the bus stop.
That's even worse.
We recoiled.
Dude, at least with a boss, it's like, you know that at the end of every day, it's like,
no,
there's a once over. Those bus stops don't get touched for decades.
It was. I saw the
God.
gunk be cleaned off by that child's tongue, and I was repulsed. I lost my appetite.
Have you ever licked a window yourself?
Never.
Never?
No.
Well, even as a child?
No.
You've never licked a window?
No, I breathed on them and then drew on them.
Oh.
Like every child did.
I've
drew on the condensation.
I think I once licked a window. Once.
I'm judging you. Heavily.
No, I only really remember because... Okay, I licked it... Go on. Go on. I'm pretty sure once, when I was very young. What's a good age? What's an okay age to...
What's an age where I won't sound like I was a troubled child? How old were you? Be honest.
It was a really early memory.
6 years old?
Younger, probably.
5? Look, we can't
keep saying that because eventually I won't exist.
Like,
probably 4.
Look, we can't establish... Okay, go on, yeah.
Look, the point is, I did it once, and the cold sensation you get in your tongue is quite nice.
Very nice.
So it was just the once, and I thought, better stop this because people might.
You know, it's a slippery slope. Once you start licking windows,
literally,
you start eating crayons. You start,
stuffing up your nose.
Yeah, man. Ears. It's a slippery slope.
I was just gonna say, you got to try it once.
I'm good. I'm 26. I don't think.
Yeah, you're past prime age.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like once you get to a certain age in life.
I think maybe that was 4-year-old me's thinking as well. It was better do it now whilst it's not weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not defending window licking. Again, it was a one and done for me. I can't believe we're even discussing this.
You're trying to like shift accountability.
Jesus Christ!
Because of the age you were.
I'm not the same person I used to be. I'd say just try it once.
Okay.
Are you gonna try it?
Do you want me to try it now?
No.
Not on your window. No.
Not on my window. God.
Okay, fine.
Not on my window.
I'll try it at home. Next week you will hear results.
Yeah.
Can I go back to what I was saying? We were saying she's 13, she's smart.
Your kid is a brat. You're a bitch. Your mother-in-law sucks.
No. That's what we were saying.
Involved is trash. This guy who's all about the bag seems cool.
Hang on. Back up. We were saying the mother saying her daughter's smart, but the mother dislikes the partner of the mother-in-law because the child berated the mother-in-law about something that her mother agreed upon. Yet she allowed that comment to slide. In my family, this kind of behaviour, even if the parents agreed to it, would not fly. and
I think you and your mother-in-law are more similar than you think. She's backing her husband to end the earth. You're backing your daughter to end the earth. I don't think there are any winners in this situation.
I mean, your daughter. I mean, it's not like your daughter said something a bit cheeky.
Dude, that was like no breaks.
She went for the throat. You know, that kind of behavior. If you're cool with it, it could get turned on you anytime, man.
I don't think a 13-year-old is deep in it like that about relationships and everything on her own.
We don't know of her.
The way she spoke about her in-laws then, and then she was like, "Oh, then my daughter came out with this comment." It's obvious that you preloaded your daughter up with loads of different opinions on all this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
We can't deny that, but she could have let it slide. The mother-in-law must have been baiting the daughter, and the daughter took the bait, and she's being praised for being completely disrespectful, and the mother's playing it up as, well, I'm not trying to be too authoritative with my child, when you just want it to let slide because your daughter said something that you couldn't get away with saying. You are kind of a cunt, and you know,
your daughter sucks as well.
Yeah,
she doesn't sound smart to me.
Nah, she's just
smart person knows how to hold their tongue.
You know, you're saying how your mother-in-law's partners are pompous and pretentious, but you know, your daughter doesn't sound much better. So I guess
you're all kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, how did you find each other?
Ugh. Like the fact that you're so on this flex of like, I'm so in the right that I'm going to make a post about it.
You know, this comment that your daughter made, which could have been avoided, by the way, she didn't have to make that comment.
Yeah, she sounds awful. You sounds like you've kind of misraised a child, I'll be honest.
Well, no, she is the problem is that
your daughter sounds like an NPC.
Yeah, a little bit.
She sounds like she's just like regurgitating what you've said and looking up to mum for approval, and you're giving it to her.
Yeah,
and she's frankly like heavily in your shadow, and you're not that great of a person either. So you're duplicating yourself basically.
Yeah, it's tough because it's like I'm of a firm belief that in family, in the sense of like immediate family and then extended family, it's quite an intimate circle if you think about it. So obviously you're going to get to know these people pretty well, and you're going to see sides of them you don't like, and because you're exposed to them for a long time, they are going to grate on you and they're going to annoy you more and more the more you're exposed to them, right? But that doesn't mean you should openly insult one another and then start taking sides on who's right and who's wrong. You know, your daughter's not so smart because she found the bait. She got baited so fucking hard, dude.
Again, she's so young. She's not going to be thinking of like the communicative exchanges in like the English language. Like she's not thinking, all right, I'm about to fall into a pitful. Like, I'm about to get.
No, she's pumped full of hormones and
she's ready. Dude, the fact that she came out of the gate swinging with that isn't surprising, as we've all seen the arsehole you married. But it's a person that she should be respecting, though. Ultimately,
no, I don't think respecting,
or like,
but not openly insulting either.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah. And I mean, look, the right thing to do would have been, hey, come on now, that's a bit too far. Apologize to your grandma, and then when you're on your way home, you could have had a private discussion about why you reprimanded her in front of everyone. Because hey, guess what? There's such a thing as keeping up appearances, you know, and evidently these guys don't value it all that much. But the mother sucks most of all because her daughter said something she fundamentally agreed with and couldn't say herself, and she let it happen because she found it amusing, I reckon.
Back straight on that high horse.
Yep.
Should we just go for the top?
Okay.
Top comment. Everyone sucks here. Mother-in-law gave an opinion your daughter did not like. She did not attack your daughter. Rather than replying with evidence justifying her opinion, your daughter chose to use a personal attack. Your daughter was unnecessarily unkind to mother-in-law. Mother-in-law's response to your lack of action was inappropriate on her part, but your response was just as bad, if not worse. Personal attacks are not okay. Everyone here acted inappropriately.
So to summarize,
hey, have a word with your daughter. Let her know that she's not an adult.
Shouldn't speak to people like that.
Yeah, and hey, give her a firm talking to. Take away the DS. Unplug the internet.
No more Animal Crossing for you.
No more. Yeah. Take away the Nintendo Switch. Take away her phone. Take away her bed, and mattress,
and windows.
Brick up her windows.
Yep, no sunlight. Take away her stairs if you can, so she can't escape.
Yeah.
And maybe teach her a bit better impulse control.
Empty out a room with just a dryer right in the middle of it.
And you know what to do. You know what must be done. Just do it.
Hey, Ismail, go ahead and
leave the door open. She'll crawl in. I mean, you said she's very smart, but I beg to differ. No, but seriously, yeah, you should just teach your daughter that she doesn't have to be a smart ass all the time.
Yeah.
In all seriousness.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah,
tough,
I mean, you're raising a monster. And on that note, yeah. I think that's a good place for us to
wrap it up.
To wrap it up for the sake of our mental health and your patience.
Thank you for listening if you made it this far. Hey, we don't want to be reading fucking Reddit posts forever. Send us in problems, stories, or situations, or just anything. If you know what, if you think something will make us laugh, send it in. Like, that would be the best. Yeah. That would actually be the best. I'd love that.
And if you make us laugh, well, we'll draw a picture of you in pain. The first person who writes to us will definitely
get a special prize. We'll leave it at that.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out in the coming week.
You'll get something amazing. Special prize, and then 5th person will get another special prize. 10th person will also get a special prize.
And then 100th.
And then 100th, yeah.
And then 1,000th.
Yeah, and then
10,000th. But you know, the first one's going to be special. Promise. That's all we can. That's all we can guarantee.
That's all we can afford. It is all we can afford.
Forget the milestone. Okay, you literally, if you're listening to us and you can understand us, it could be you. Chances are it could be you.
Yeah.
Because
we've got like no audience.
You could be literally our first listener, and our first submission. You know, you'll be a legend. And if we don't,
I was the first post. Also, I got. Insert mystery pricing.
Yeah, look, and if we ever really do make it big, we'll call you in one day and.
We're not going to do that. No.
Okay,
we don't want to know you that well. We don't want to know you that well. Just be thankful that you've been a part of the process.
Just write to us.
Yeah,
I'm getting tired of it.
Anyway, me too. Thanks again for listening. Emails in the description. Take care. Bye.
Bye.